Hello, Eddie here. I don't know if you've noticed me lately with my Jeremy Corbyn beard. It's not quite grown out yet, but by the time the election comes it should be. It doesn't show up much because I got blonde hair. Well, looking forward to June the 8th. It happens to be my brother's birthday, which means he'll be, let me see, 76. He'll be 76 on the 8th of June, and I hope we're all be cheering about this and be happy with it, because it's very important. Because if this Conservative government gets in with a big majority, then you'll really find yourself in trouble. If you're in trouble now, the worst thing that they did that's causing a lot of the trouble was the VAT. That's why sales are down. When Labour were in, it was 8 and 10%. Now it's 20%, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't put it up even more. But because the ordinary working people are the ones that spend the money that puts the sales up, and their wages have gone down relative to inflation, that is why they're not getting so much money in VAT. So the first thing they want to do when they get in, Labour, is reduce VAT on ordinary, normal goods to something like 10%, and 25% on luxury goods like yachts and the sort of things, and golf clubs and all these fancy things they spend money on. Holidays abroad should have a higher rate on it. Better if people that took their holidays in this country, because down here in Cornwall we're getting better weather than some of these places on the continent are getting. Anyway, that's all I'd like to say, and don't forget, support Jeremy by voting whoever will beat the Tory. That is more important than voting Labour. You see? Vote for the Tory. Don't vote for the Tory. Sorry. Yeah, if Labour's in second place, vote Labour. And if somebody else is in second place, vote for them against the Conservatives. And if Labour's in the lead anyway, vote for them, because if you're not careful, if people think it's all over and done with and that you've got such a big lead, still go and vote, because the bigger the lead, the bigger you're telling the Tories that you don't like what they're doing by voting anti-Tory, not just voting for Labour, because all the other parties are basically the same, including the Scot Nats, the Welsh Plaid Cymru, even the Cornish Colonel, Vivian Colonel. They're nearly all anti-Tory. The trouble is, that splits the vote against them. So, always vote for the person that can beat the Tory. Never mind what party they are. And that will ensure that you don't have them in power. Because if they're in power with a big majority, they'll do absolutely anything they want to do. And The reason Theresa May has called the election now is because they had a 20% lead. But Brexit is going to completely destroy them. When we wind up whatever they accept, if they do get back, it'll be so bad that they knew they wouldn't win the election in 2020. So that's why she's having it now. They're a crafty lot, and you've got to watch out for them every way. You notice how their manifesto suddenly say things that the Labour Party have been saying. But don't believe that they'll do it. Don't you believe it, that they're for the working person? They're not. They're for the upper crust management, etc., who are all overpaid. And that's where the reduction should come. Because they're being paid too much. There's a lot of money spent on football players, which is ludicrous. That should be taxed at a whacking great VAT rate. And all these things will bring in more money. You can't balance your books just by cutting back. To balance the books, you need to increase your intake and reduce your outtake. And like an ordinary person, the government should only borrow money to pay for something like a house, because that is adding value. Now, the deficit may sound atrocious, but I bet you when you take up everything that's old and was sold, and we went bankrupt, we'd still come out on top with money left over. But if you go spending things on things that are of no use, the reason that they don't care about the health service is because all their bloody voters go private. Now that's another way of getting more money. If somebody goes private, they should pay for the national health as well, on top of their private. So the doctors that are private should be taxed to pay for the National Health Service if they don't work for them, if they're just private doctors. Anyway, that's it. I'll say goodbye now. Get on with your work. Don't worry too much, because whatever happens, it won't be can't get any worse unless the Tories get back. Goodbye.